stuck inside of these walls within. I don't recognize who I've turned into. I'm losing hope and getting myself back. Everything around me is starting to turn black. Don't tell me you're hurt again. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how it's all my fault. Yeah, I've met my match again, starting from scratch again. Where is the pleasure in all this pain? Don't you lie to me. Say it's all okay when it feels like I'm drowning. I hate to say goodbye, but it's time to go. All I need is someone else. I've never felt more divided than now. Every word that leaves your lips never means how it sounds. You've conquered the best of me, could have just set me free. Games that you play are just second hand. And now I'm beside myself, no one your fucking hell. Let me just go, let me just go. And don't you lie to me. Say it's all okay when it feels like I'm drowning. I hate to say goodbye, but it's time to go. All I need is someone else.
All I wanna do is to put my arms around you and watch these moments fall back into place. All I wanna do is to make you stop and love me. How can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like okay. I love you, I do need you, I do, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you, I do, I love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you. love you. I do need you. Ooh, I love you. I do need you.
They have done it! They're Frost Esports champions!
And welcome back, everybody, to Frost Esports Weekly. Today it is Valorant. My name is Edu. I'm joined by the wonderful DJ Abcool here at Frost Weekly number 56, Valorant edition here. DJ, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I mean, right now we're on a Thursday evening and we're about to see two great teams making their way to the semifinal. Go at it here in a best of one. And here in a best of one, I mean, it should be really interesting to see what both teams have crafted, what they prepared for, and now this is the big moment for them and their players.
Yeah, this is going to be a big moment of triumph here as we are looking at split now, and the teams are split. Freelo versus Guardian Esports here with looking at hopefully some decent team compositions on split. This map was out of the pool for a while, but Astra, great smoke, but they're also doubling it up with a second controller as well with that Viper. Having a separation of, two controllers, this map is split. And split it is when it comes to how these sites are. That mid angle makes it very hard to easily rotate as a control agent. So having two control or smokes is a smart idea. It's either two smokes or even two sentinels on this map. So what are your thoughts looking at this team composition so far?
Yeah, the compositions, I mean, they're looking really interesting. I mean, Raze is the really viable duelist on split, one of the only ones, and we're going to see a Jet on both sides as well, so double duelist comps on both sides. We have seen double duelist a few times in the tier 1 scene, and it has found success. But I do not see any Cypher. Didn't want to see Cypher gameplay, but instead, we're going to be getting more of the initiator roles. We're going to be seeing Sky on both sides, which is really viable indeed, as it could clear out little tiny spaces throughout mid. And we're going to see an Omen on the left side, but on the right side with Guardian, we're going to see a double controller composition, like you said, that can be really useful and powerful, especially on attack.
Yeah, and it looks like we are going to be getting into this game pretty soon, and I can't wait to see what this team comp does for the double controller. I think Astra Viper is very unique in the fact that you're not going to be that versatile. You can't have your cake and eat it too when you're on Astra. You have a lot of downtime where you're actively inside of her astral form to pop those. So I think, having that second Viper can assist in not having to be in that astral form nearly as long.
Yeah, exactly. And really just Astra and the Viper combination, it works out really well in the end here. And I think it'll work out really well on attack going into this. And already you're going to start to see those early info. The wall's going to get set on mid here. They're going to go ahead and break it though. So, going to send the dog in early for info to start that push into mid. Psycho is going to get stunned. He's going to dash out though. And now it's really looking like Guardian going to start out slow, just lurking for info and maybe starting to rotate over towards A here.
Yeah, and this is an early rotation. It makes sense to see it. It makes sense these guys are going to be able to try to play their hearts out as well. I like the difference in what the defense is buying versus the attack. Very slow on the low, but classics are in the hand now. Let's win this sheet is coming in with a nice clean shot, putting the sheet over the eyes of Tuzu, and now has to back it up even more. But unfortunately, the bomb is going to still get onto the site. But where is this Astra? Kenny K, this flank is immaculate if he's able to get there in time. And Gibby just has to buy that time for his team.
Yeah, he has to buy that time indeed. He's gonna go in and pop that smoke down there. That flank has to come in fast because these defenders are already on the site. The person is a kill's gonna go in their way. It looks like it isn't, as the attackers are already getting the kills indeed. The flanker coming right here, getting the 2 kills, Kenny K. And he's gonna take them out on over to a round 2 here.
Wow. I mean, already off to a decent start for the side of attack. I'm a little disappointed we didn't see the defense able to do a lot more damage, but I think the reason for that is they had a very strained buy. A lot of armor. They tried to put up a big shield in front of themselves, but we had a javelin pierce right through it in this attack. That flank in the hands of Kenny K coming out big with that 2K. And now looking at this, it is going to be a pretty tough round to try to thrifty for. And somehow, what did Goofy Goober and Sasuke spend their money on? They have barely any actual weapons, so they just bought full utility here, and the more they use, it's going to maybe impact how much they can buy next round.
Yeah, it's definitely going to affect the economy there for Freelo going into this, but Guardian, just playing it smooth, playing it silent. They're just trying to find some any info. You're going to see another jump spot here, and look at the fights trying to happen so far. The nade is going to get shot through mid. The first Spectre fight is going to happen, and there you go. I mean, attackers already have man advantage, and they can make their way towards that site. The flash is going to happen there. Sasuke is stuck in a rough corner here with the classic. He's going to get one and dinks the second, but he's not going to run away with his life, and now the plant is going to start to go down here. It's looking like a 3v4 retake.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough around the edges, but if any team can manage to just come out on top, it might be the defense. They are low, but low and slow is the way you got to cook, if you know what I'm saying. So let's see if these guys are going to cook in with a nice clutch. Nope, they walk right through the smoke and get gunned down by Kenny K. Inouye. Now, it's just let's win this sheet, and hopefully they live up to their name, but it's a 1v4 with 39 HP, a sheriff, a dream, and maybe a meme to try to clutch this up.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope he can do anything here. I mean, he's just sitting here in mid to make his way up. Maybe he can come away with the kill, and he does get one. But he might not be able to get time for that defuse. He's gonna maybe try to run away with the Spectre here, unless the bomb does kill him, which it does. And, well, unfortunate for that, but now we are getting into Guardian's bonus, where we should be looking at the economy, and Freelo should be looking to have more of the gun advantage here going into this next round.
Yeah, going into this next one, now we are going to see some buys come out, but like we kind of saw leading in this direction, they can't afford full armor with these buys. You want to see the most amount of weaponry, and Psycho, this dude's going Bucky no armor, or Bucky light armor anyways, and dude has enough to full buy, so I'm very questioning what is this Jet doing right now on defense.
Yeah, if he has a plan, but look at it. Tsuyu just gonna run away with that kill there. Now they're already starting out really aggressive as they're going out through mid. Tsuyu gonna send the nade, gonna try to get the second. He does. And he's really stomping all over these players here, as Guardian has no problem getting into the side. Tsuyu gonna sneak past. He doesn't get Goofy Goober there, but Goofy Goober has 5 health, and he goes down to Kenny K, and all the frags are coming on in. It's all down to one defender, and a 1v3 can only do so much to get so far, but a 3-0 lead here for Guardian as they're looking unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, what we are seeing from these guys, impressive gameplay. That always will be said. Winning a bonus round definitely puts themselves ahead, but I gotta ask, Psycho got 1 kill with the Bucky, but was it worth it? Because your economy's all over the place. You're gonna have to either hero rifle to keep up with your team, and that is what we're gonna be seeing. But if you're a Jet, it's a very unique play. This team is all over the place economy-wise. They haven't gotten a lot on the board yet, and Attack's kind of rolling him here.
Yeah, the attackers have done a great job at making sure to pin them in points where they're feeling the most uncomfortable. And Tsuyu just gonna get aggressive. Both duelists just get into the site super fast. And now they're gonna just try to get this plant down, and look at Goofy Goober getting these sheriff kills. So key. He does go down though. Now Gibby's gonna get a kill on their Psycho going through this flank, but Gibby gets him. Now Sasuke gonna get a kill from the defender's side, but now it's 2v3 retake. The bomb is down. Still, they're gonna have to play the time here, and defenders are trying to make their way into the site.
And here they are. Sasuke. 1v3. This is a Sky. Beautiful flashbang. Hits one Sky and actually gets a pick, but this Jet on the side of Attack just can't be shut down. Neither can Kenny K. And they're still here for it. So great gameplay, even better when we watch it just unfold over and over and over again. So beautiful job.
Yeah, on the attack side, I mean, we talk about it. They've done so great so far to make sure that they're getting aggressive at the points that they need to, especially early on. And it just looks like they're winning a lot of their gunfights. You had Goofy Goober. I really want to see him on that rifle. He's done so many great kills with that Sheriff there. And see him on that rifle. Really want to see him get key frags here. Now it looks like attackers are going to lean more towards the A side. One lurking through mid here. Now the Astral Wall is there. Now they're going to shoot that nade. Gibby does get a kill through mid. And now look at these attackers going onto the site. They have the set plays. Noe has a good off angle. Able to get that kill. And now it's a 3v5. Numbers heading in the way of Guardian. Trying to get the plant down. They do. Sasuke. They're trying to get through this Astral Wall here. So much so far. The trades are coming on in. And Psycho has an operator. 2v4. And defenders are in a rough spot.
Yeah, they're not looking too clean yet, but thing about defense could be in a quote-unquote rough spot, but there's not a lot they can do. Instead of a Bucky now, we got Psycho with an op, and that's going to be one to drop, but this is now a 1v2, and it's really all about saving here, and there's not a whole lot of opportunities that they really have left themselves in with, but I will point out what we are lucky to see here is that he might be able to walk away with another frag and maybe another, but the jump! Why jump?
Oh gosh, the jump peak just doesn't work out. If he wouldn't have done that, I mean, he might have been able to flick and get that kill there. Unfortunate for him, but now 5-0 lead. I mean, still Guardian looking strong so far. We can see why they made the semifinal as well as Freelo. But Guardian, I mean, they're just looking great on this attacker side with the double duelist. But considering Freelo has it as well, I mean, they could still do good on the attacker side as well. It's just really looks like Guardian has been able to take advantage of the situations that they've been put in. And with two ultimates, with both their duelists having those ultimates here, I mean, I'm excited to see what they're going to do in this round coming up.
Well, let's see how your excitement is going to fare as we already watched the first blood happen. Let's win this sheet. Dies and actually disconnects immediately afterwards. That's not going to be good. Hopefully they're taking this time to fix whatever is going on their end, because going 3 and 5, not the best. Noe here, 12-1. This is a Jet you want on your team. This is a Jet that is nearly flawlessing this entire game. And Psycho, what are you going to do to counter it? Looks like they do find Kenny in mid. The knives are out, but what an aggressive play. Just going to get shut down. And talk about getting shut down, there is the second death for the attacking Jet, leaving a 2 versus 4. What can Goofy Goober and Encia do? Looks like not much against Kenny in mid.
Yeah, not much they can do a lot here. Now only one defender. Suyu just sneaking there, and he gets him down. 6-0 lead. Guardian really just running away with this. I mean, they've dominated, shown so much domination so far. Now it's still both duelists having the ultimates, and I mean, you still have 3 ultimates on the side of Freelo here. But Guardian has just looked so dominant. And now as we get on here, ladies and gentlemen, there is a tech pause. As like you said, it looks like one of the players, I believe on the defender side, was having tech issues.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing some decent gameplay once we have someone with their monitor and keyboard actually plugged in when they come back here. And it looks like Let's Win This sheet is going to be coming in. And that sheet of paper is going to say a nice $100 at the end of the day if they can turn this game around. But that is no guarantee. These players have been really pushing their limits recently. And I can tell what they are fading against might just shut them out completely here. I mean, what would you do if you were on the side of Freelo? Because it looks like they're giving free elo to the side of Guardian Esports.
Yeah, I mean, Freelo, they're just in a really rough situation when it comes down to it. I mean, you've seen Guardian, they're just getting aggressive at the right moments, being able to get the frags that they need to get, and really just the aggressiveness of them, their spirit, it's really powerful, and they've been able to show they gameplay. Their post-plant setups have been so excellent, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do moving forward. But look at this aggressiveness by the Rays here. He does get a kill. No, he's able to take him down, but now as we get on started, the dog trying to find some info here. As it looks like the attackers, I mean, they were caught off guard there. They're able to take down the Rays, but look at Psycho getting that lurk kill. He expected it.
I've got your
Now Guardian just trying to make their way through mid. They're Trying to find some info, but the Peeker's advantage goes in the way of the Sky there. Now 2 attackers trying to make their name here on the site.
And they are making their way, though, with the retake. This op in the hands of Psycho. We've seen it saved many times, but can it save them this round? Can they actually use it for that entry power? Psycho has definitely turned around this game, but the blind comes out, but so does the short even know.
One enemy
Sasuke,
remaining. Spike
last
down
player
A.
standing, the last member of his clan, now in a 1v1 against the top frag, and that's how it's going to go down. 16-2, an 8.0 KD. Wow, that is rude. These guys definitely know the position that they found themselves in to be favorable, and they're just going to keep locking it in.
Yeah, I mean, now a 7-0 lead. Guardian really has been showing so much dominance, Edu, and we really talk about it. I mean, yes, both teams do have that double duelist composition, but I feel like it's attack where you're going to start to see both of these compositions shine, and we are definitely seeing Guardians really side shine here, but I'm really excited to see. I really do want to see what Freelo has in store, because that aggressiveness gameplay, I want to see more of it, and we're seeing Psycho sneak on here in this B main.
We're seeing a lot of aggression. Hopefully it's going to work it out, but I'm mainly looking forward to what these guys can do on the just very aggressive playstyle that they've managed to build themselves. And what is that? That is an insanely good shot. And does it again. Come on, Psycho. You managed to take out the top frag. All you have to do is take out another, and Let's Win This Sheet is going to take out Gibby. Defense is on a roll here, leaving only 2 remaining. But what can these players do? The attack, they don't want to lose a single round yet. But they might have to, unless Stellar can have a Stellar ace to clutch it up. That's 1, but the blind doesn't help. He blinds himself, and that is a round on the board here.
A really rough round indeed, and I mean, you talk about it, Freelo now is able to get their first round, so that is good news for them here, and now they're able to start to find momentum. It's all due to Psycho getting aggressive through that B main and making a high risk, high reward type of play, able to run away with his life and get some kills there. But here, I mean, you see 4 ultimates on the side of Guardians, so while Freelo is trying to get around here, the momentum could start to continue in Guardians' way if they use those ultimates wisely.
Yeah, I mean, using your ultimates wise, though. Let's see. This Raze pops it immediately. Now running it down. Let's see. Here we are, the Raze. Grabbing 1. Let's Win This Sheet. Gets a little bit of a Raze diff there, but it's the Omen up close and personal. Goofy Goober with the double kill. But it's only so. Goofy with 2 O's, 2 picks, 2 deaths. And there's Psycho. 1v1. Can't do it. Leaving the site open, but the bomb is down. The Astral Divide does allow Noe to try to hold it on. But with that held angle, with this position, what can they actually do? They did just see the tip of the head, but Sasuke is still here to clutch it up. 8-8, and they are winning even more rounds back to back.
Wow, another round for Freelo. Now they have 3 ultimates. Now it looks like Freelo is starting to get that momentum on live here, and really Goofy Goober able to find that timing with those 2 kills was huge, especially to shut down that Guardian aggression. Now Guardian, I mean, they're only up 7-2, and really Freelo in reality could make this 5-7 and a realistic comeback going onto the attack, which should be the favorable side for their composition. But let's see what Freelo is able to do in this round to maybe continue their momentum.
That's a good question. Well, let's find out. Are they going to be able to commit the bit and win this out? That's right. Let's Win This Sheet is going to be able to get spotted out here. Let's go, let's. Goofy Goober's grabbing Gibby. All the G's are going to be falling. And there it is. Noe takes yet another player down. So consistent. Exactly the gameplay that we like to be watching. But will this gameplay keep flowing in the proper direction? Of course, Kenny K is going to help out by grabbing Psycho and maybe move them even more forward.
Yeah, that is the true question indeed. And look at Kenny K with an operator. I never thought I'd see the day when Astra has an op, but look at it. Noe, he's able to get a kill there, and Noe with another, making it 8-2. I mean, gosh, Guardian now finding that momentum back and are able to take us to round 11 here, where they're looking like they want to make us 10-2.
Yeah, and they kind of have to make it 10-2 if they want even a shot at winning the game. But looking at a 9-3, it's possible that we can see that on the board as well. You just have to have this streak by defense, bring it back anyways. But that's going to be difficult. Looking at their money, looking at the just economy they've set up for themselves, it's going to have to be a thrifty round, or we're going to tend to, no matter what. So, risk versus reward, pain versus pleasure. He's going to be taking it. What? Okay.
What a play there. I mean, the kills are coming in pretty fast here. Itsuyu. Look at the alarm bell. Look at the timing he's able to do here. No, he's able to get a kill here. Now 5 members on Guardian are alive here to make a really good push towards A. Good shift. Tsuyu's able to sneak on here. On Heaven. 2 defenders are surrounding him though. Goofy Goober has made some plays before. Can he make another one now? That is the true question, as players do get one. Goober is looking from below, and he's not able to find much. He does go down, and it's all down to 1 defender in a really rough spot here.
Yeah, it's looking quite rough here for Sasuke. But getting the flank going on. Will get a clean blind off, but just because you can blind doesn't mean you can kill him. Tries doing it again, and unfortunately running out with your bird out is not going to work, and that is going to be another round here for the side of Guardians. And I think we know, with the direction everything has been going in, this will be double digits in the first half, unless an op in the hands of Psycho can actually start going psychotic and winning them some picks early on in the game. Because, fun fact, first blood, not very common for this defensive team to be taking.
Yeah, we've only seen, one situation where, first blood has occurred with Psycho here, and now as we get on started, we could see Psycho get more aggressive with the operator if, Guardian decides to go there, but we are going to go through mid here, shooting that wall down. The dog can go right through to find that info, knows one is mid. Natsuyu able to shoot that bot there. Trying to find more info indeed, but it looks like there is one lurking through sewers. He could find a timing here on one of the players, and he does. He finds the timing, and now look at the rest of the attackers. They have to move fast into this B site here if they want to be able to execute it. Look at Siga getting those cracks, and look at Noe. He's going down the whiffs. It's just all going wrong for Guardian here, but unless they can turn it around, Goofy Goober does get a kill, but Kenny K go on the site. 1v2. He has 6 bullets remaining. 76 health, and look at this. He can try to do it. The flick does get the kill, but does he know the one is main? The classic. Holy, so much you can do!
That was way too long.
Psycho does get the kill. It's way too long to do it. And now a 9-3 in Freelo. They're in a realistic spot to make the comeback here.
Absolutely. They've put themselves in a decent position, and that's all you can ask for with how these guys have been playing so far. So no real complaints from me. But looking at now 9-3, this helps out. Obviously, you're looking at players like this amazing Sky, 16 assists. More assists than the entirety of attack has kills. Just okay. Things like this is what makes a game really worth watching. Seeing not only a Jet go 24, but the players backing him up behind the scenes, going with perfect smoke utility, great flashbangs. That's why this team is winning, because it's not just one player popping off. It's a whole team in just pure coordination.
Yeah, the coordination, for Guardian has been excellent. And on that attack, you were seeing it. You were seeing signs of really what they've been able to do so far in this series. Just really good team play, really good frags, really good standout players from their group as well. And the question is, will they be able to try to keep this up on defense? Asuyu able to get one, but Goofy Goober able to get the quick trade, and now looks like Freelo's able to get a free sight here. There's 3 trying to retake from the defender side.
Ooh, nice hold from Psycho, though. That is going to just keep this game going, but Goofy Goober helps out, leaving only one Stellar on the defense. 1v3. Bomb is planted, but get a nice clean shot down. What a blind. What is this? Oh my god, this Sky is insane. 3 bullets. Sky versus Sky. Sheriff versus Scarab. And there it is. Unfortunately, not checking a corner is going to cause the death. And still good, though. You can't complain about the gameplay we were watching from this team.
Yeah, the good gameplay and really great timing that we were able to see Stellar find there. It's really excellent. And now is 9-4 for Guardian here. Now still continuing that momentum on the defensive side. Now as they get on started, I mean, we should be able to see, you know, Freelo start to find the momentum back here as they did get a really good pistol round. And now in the bye, I mean, we should be interested to see how they're able to use this double duelist composition into their favor.
Let's see this now. Look at their aggression. It is going to help them get 1 pick, 2 picks, 3 picks. Then they have the spike. But there we go. Sasuke is going to get the trade, but Gibby's still alive. They just thrifted by holding it down with classics. Okay.
Oh, well, that was interesting. I mean, Gibby able to find those 3 real nice pistol kills there, but I mean, with classics, like you said, and now Guardian is moving on to 10-4 here with a really good lead, and they actually have the economy boost here as they're going to have all rifles. Meanwhile, you look at the side of Freelo here, they're not going to exactly have the best weaponry going into this round here, and it looks like Guardian could try to run away with the momentum, but could Freelo start to right back here?
They have the capability to do so. But that is going to be a big hold by Gibby, grabbing Let's Win This Sheet. Stellar's going to take the time to push. Goofy Goober, though, this is the Omen that's really trying to keep this team afloat. But with that satchel charge, it mainly just buys time. However, this is supposed to be the round that either side wins here. But I'm loving what we're seeing from defense. They've gotten a huge lead, and I think they might want to just seal it off.
Yeah, exactly. And Guardian, I mean, we thought that they would only do good on attack, but on defense, we're still seeing, like you said, the really good team play transfer over to the defensive side with their double duelist composition, able to do a lot of great things here on the defensive side as well that we didn't really see Freelo do a lot. And you really see Freelo on this attacker side start to find their groove here, start to find any momentum, any loose ends. Sasuke trying to sneak up here, trying to find any info, playing it really, really cautious. One of the defenders does have an off angle here, and he does shoot. They are aware that he's there.
Left.
Now they're going to try to find it, and he does go down. The off angle does not work in his favor there, and that could start a little push here towards this A site.
And all you need is just a slight push to start an avalanche. And unfortunately, though, that push is going to be not shut down by Tsuyu. And this is where it's 10 seconds on the board, 2 players to try to retake it, and just slides it into a different position, though. This makes it a lot harder for them to actually defuse the bomb with cover. So what are they going to do? They have the information. They know that there's 1 heaven, 1 main. But what does attack know? They know that there is 1 in elbow, but I have no idea about Sasuke's flank. They might not have to need to worry about it.
Yeah, just look at it. Sasuke. Oh, he's able to get that kill. Now the last. Oh, the 1 through the smoke. And now he makes it a 5th round. Really nice job by Sasuke there. And now, I mean, Freelo was able to run away with that round with Sasuke's clutching up there. And now, I mean, he's really been a standout player so far. Able to really get his team in some good situations. Able to catch a player in an off angle. And I think he's just done a really good job mechanically wise. And now going into this next round, I mean, only 5 rounds away from tying it up. Is it still possible that we could still see a potential comeback here?
Well, I mean, it's definitely capable. It's possible. It's potential, of course. And that is what a lot of players have, is potential here. 5 to 10. This is a lot closer than I expected when you recognize it was a 0 to 6. But Psycho's definitely making it work. What a double kill. But there is the raise trade. And that is going to be a weapon advantage if they could just manage to pick it up. And they do on the hands of the top frag. But Goofy Goober is just not getting shut down yet. This player's ready for it. And they know the last 2 defense have to be mid. These defenders needing to hold this down. They have a lot of opportunities. They have a lot of options. Did they know how to work them? There is the trade. And that's the end of the round. Attack is bringing this back here, Abcool.
Yeah, the attackers are just really looking amazing. Freelo trying to climb their way back into this series here as they do have 1 ultimate in the hands of Psycho, and that Bladestorm should be really intriguing to see. We haven't seen any Bladestorm fights yet or any real great use of the Bladestorm, but if we're able to see it right now with Psycho, I mean, this is where a situation, a round that he could clutch up here, and we do see 3 ultimates on the side of Guardians, so they could use that really in their advantage as well. They do have rifles, and it's going to be rifle versus rifle here, so we should see a blow versus blow round here.
Blow for blow, punch for punch. It's a rock'em sock'em robots. It's what these guys need to do to see that head pop up. But talking about all that, it's about Goofy Goober anchoring this back, holding this down. That's what we need to be seeing. Sia is going to be helping out. Gibby on the defense, watching their team fall on the scoreboard. Falls as well, joins the team and the collateral. It's really just up to one now. Kenny K on a 1v5.
Spike
Yeah,
planted.
only so much he can do right now. I mean, he is going through mid, trying to make his way through ropes, but one is waiting on this corner. Just gets him with the crouch peek, but now a flawless round with Freelo here. They're able to get it done, make it smooth, make it nice. A really aggressive, nice push there as they're able to find a lurk kill and some kills onto the site, but Freelo is able to find some momentum here, and really on the attacker side, we've been able to see so much from them, so much versatility, and so much really good usage of their composition. Remember, they do have a double duelist, so we wanted to see them on the attacker side, and now we're seeing proof of it. You do proof that they could be a really good team on this attacker side so far. And now, as we're seeing it, Psycho still has the ultimate. He's going to activate it, and we should start to see him find his groove here.
Let's see if the Emperor's got his groove back. If these guys are just going to be able to keep being as hyper-aggressive, focused, and capable as they have been, this could be a potential win for either side. This comeback has been huge, and as we know here at Frost, the semifinals are only a best of one, so Split is going to be where these guys are do or die. So, which team are we going to see? Is it Guardians? Is it Freelo? We know Freelo has played pretty well in previous tournaments here. But let's see, are they going to be better on defense than they were on attack?
Yeah, that is the true question. And look at the plants trying to go down here. Goofy Goober does have the rope angle. Look at Psycho with the shorty. And the rest of the kills going on the attacker's way. Noe with the Bucky. He's coming right back with the shotguns. Gibby's going to get a sheriff kill. And now the defenders do have a shot on this. They're going to activate the Viper's Pit. At an awkward time, though, it's a 2v2. It could still be possible that they win this round, but the value needs to come in clutch. Noe dashes out, and he gets spammed through the smoke. Goofy Goober able to get that kill, making this 8-10, 2 rounds away from tying it up.
Wow. 2 rounds away. Tying this is going to be one of the biggest comebacks we've seen here at Frost in quite some time. I mean, I've seen a lot of red on top here for the side of Freelo. They have really shown that they are better on attack than they were on defense by a long shot, or maybe we're seeing a team that was much better on attack than they were on now defense as well. Both teams just not comfortable on that defense spot. Is it because the map is attack sided or because they are attack sided? Let's find out. Big running gun, as that is the entry frag we need to be seeing here. Rest in peace. Let's win this sheet, but maybe not rest in peace yet. Don't rest at all. That's a res, and that is now still a 5v5, but defense, they're sitting on 4 more ultimates.
Yeah, they still have a lot of more ultimates to go through. The lurk by Psycho could be key here, but Kenny K is able to take him down. This is what we want to be seeing from Guardian. More control. More early first bloods like they were doing on the attack. And this is what we're starting to see from them again. Starting to find their groove here. Again, like we saw in attack. And let's win this sheet. Still alive with the ultimate. He's going to go on in here trying to see if he can find anyone, any victim that he could find, really. The timer's about to go off, and he can't find anyone. Does find one. He's able to get the one that does get 2, and now let's win this sheet. Trying to sneak into CT here. 2v4, so he has to get numbers. Pushing on through, but he's unable to get a kill. It's all down to his friend here. That is all the way. He's on the site. He's in a really good off angle, but in a 1v4, almost impossible to get this done.
Yeah. 1v4, I mean, we're seeing the now just reinvigorated defensive team off of that first blood. I know that we saw Noe at 12-1, now at 28-11. The KD hasn't stayed at 8, but it definitely has slowed down quite a bit, but doesn't really matter. You say slowed down, Dude's almost dropping a 30 bomb at an actual competitive event. That is something to be flexed on, especially with them doing it right here. So now let's move forward with, of course, an op in the hands of Psycho yet again, this time on attack. So how is that going to translate? That's the main question. And we also have a judge on the hands of a Raze. This is looking like a Spike Rush lobby. It is not looking like a competitive esports event, but that might just all be different based on how they use these weapons.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a lot more shotguns used in those international events and more of the tier 1 team, but will it work here? That is the question. The Seekers trying to find some more information here. Gibby's going to have to back out as it looks like the attackers trying to make their way onto the site. We see a shotgun kill early on, but can they find more value here? Sasuke trying to find a kill here. Psycho does get a kill for the attacker's side here. Psycho is holding a really good angle here as the plant does go down. It's a 3v5 retake.
And here we go. Sasuke right around the corner. As Stellar, the other Sky, helps out by getting one, but the judge does come up massive, taking out the top frag and leveling them out. Let's win this. She is not done, and Psycho isn't either. Attack with an op. Shorty's going to be the real aggressive weapon, and that is a just kind of reverse sweep of what we just saw. A 4 remaining versus 2. Same thing happens again. So these teams are just taking turns of what they're doing.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of it too. Now, I mean, making it 9-11 here. I mean, it's still possible for them to try to tie it up, but Guardian Esports does have 4 ultimates. We do have to put that into consideration going into this next round. Now, Kenny K has the judge, so we need to be seeing what they're going to do here to try to end this series.
Ooh, nice shot from Psycho, and a better shot long distance with this here. Vandal takes out Goofy Goober, needs to do it again, has the heals from their own Sky, but it's Let's Wins this sheet, getting spotted, but doing some damage. The Satchel helps out and actually manages to nearly kill the Viper. Are they going to be able to actually finish the job? Heal comes out. And Sasuke versus Judge Kenny K.
Spike down mid.
That's what you need to be doing. And the spike is now in their control. See, I might be able to grab it though.
Careful here.
And they do. They grab it and run away. A misplay by Kenny K. Smoke could be the end of them. But no, Kenny's not done. Grabs Let's Win this sheet. And now it's just going to be CIA. Let's see if they have the intelligence needed to clutch a 1v3. Nope.
Yeah, just not a lot there. 12-9 here. Guardian just doing a great job here so far. And now 2 ultimates, well actually 3 ultimates on the side of Guardian here. Interested to see how they're going to be using it. And really almost at a 30 bomb is going to be Noe, as really intrigued to see. He's done a great job throughout this series to make sure that Guardian is in the position that they are currently. And we just want to be seeing more from Guardian here, but is there still a shot for Freelo to come back in this?
Yeah, there's still a shot. I think there's still a good potential for bringing this game back. But for the first time in a long time, we're seeing Noe with an op. That's a top frag, wanting to get to their 30th kill. And they might do it. But attack isn't pushing B, so they might not even have the opportunity to before things fall down, as Gibby is going to be opening it up over on A site, taking out this Raze with a beautiful spray. But I'm looking forward to now 3 ultimates versus no ultimates to seal the deal. We should be watching Kenny K pop some ults, maybe a showstopper to stop this show and stop semifinals dead in its tracks and move us on into the finals for that 100 weekly dollars. And Psycho, beautiful flank, takes out Gibby. They should have A, but no. Stellar is still here for it. Takes out the enemy Sky. And now we're seeing that showstopper. But where are they going to fall? Looks like right in front of them. They jumped over it. Whoa, Psycho! Do it again. Where are they? Where are they, Psycho? Behind ya! And that's Stellar getting another one. Triple kill for them. Psycho types out GG, not even letting Goofy Goober have an opportunity to say anything in this 1v3 with 20 seconds remaining. And that's the end.
Defenders win.
Wow. I mean, an excellent series. Guardian is able to finish it off. I mean, I thought for a second that we might be seeing Freelo end up making a comeback and possibly taking us to overtime. But Guardian, huge congratulations to them. They're able to take advantage, great advantage of that double duelist composition and take that win on Split and making their way towards that grand final.
Yeah, I mean, moving on to the grand final, you not only get the title of second place no matter what now, you also have a guaranteed money in your pocket, even if you win or lose. I believe it's a 70-30 split here. So it's either $30 or $70. You have to take away something. And let's see what that takeaway is going to be. Is it Guardians taking away the title of champions in the next best of 3? Well, stick around, everybody, and find out. And while we are on break, make sure to check out some of our sponsors, affiliate links. Just do !mark sponsors, or we have very fancy overlays that tell you all about them. So we will be right back. Stay tuned, everybody.
catching diamonds in the rain, letting precious water through the drain. Stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. We built these walls so we could find who could prove themselves through the waves of time. We're trying to repent before you sin. It's like giving up before you begin. Stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their light, future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. Thought another goal is all we needed, taking second chances till we bleed. And when all the love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede. As the stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their light, future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry.
Running round like dollars in the wind. Bending over backwards just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I can picture what you're thinking of. My imagination's not enough. Oh, no, it's not safe to say what you're always looking for. Hey, someone to make you feel like. Don't wanna think of all the who's that you can pick and choose for. I wanna make you feel like. Talk about us like you want it. Stop talking like, ooh, we ain't lost it. You don't seem to know, ooh, you're in cruise control. Don't wanna think of all the who's that you can pick and choose. I wanna make you feel like you talk about us like you want it. Talking like, ooh, we ain't lost it. You don't seem to know, ooh, you're in cruise control.
my heart. Don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. Frozen in my dream, I can't escape the thoughts of you. If I try to leave, when I'm with you I can't move. It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us whole, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the grand final best of 3 Silly Little Guys versus Guardian Esports. It's going to be interesting to see if Silly Little Guys could repeat it, but I am here as your caster, and my co-caster here today is going to be Vault Edu. Unfortunately, was feeling really under the weather after some really just mixed food that he was eating, and hope he feels better. But Vault, I'm here today with him, and how's your Thursday evening going so far?
Well, I mean, for me, it's a Friday morning actually, but it's been going pretty well. Just watch an EMEA team from my region just deciding that we've had enough Valorant for this year. So I'm hoping that this will actually be a step up because like we have a lot of great players. I've actually seen a few of them around in Tier 3 and NA. So I'm pretty excited to see what's happening because a couple of names that I've actually seen before. And we have our champions from last week here, City Little Guys, playing again here in the Grand Finals.
Yeah, silly little guys. I mean, really, last time they just made their silly little journey on over to getting that victory, and now we're able to see them on a map like Fracture. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do here, as they always have a creative way with their compositions. But Fracture, a map that is not really favorable right now, and is clear why in the new meta they're actually gonna get rid of it. So Fracture, we still have it in this current meta, but I really am interested to see, what do you think of Fracture right now? What do you think these compositions could start to look like here?
Well, you said it yourself. We got a lot of changes slated for 704, but right now it's not 704. We're still in the util dump meta. A lot of utilities still have its value, like we're seeing the Jets. The Jets gonna, I guess, like leave 6 feet under. So we'll just leave it at that. Raze is gonna be pretty okay. Killjoy is nerfed. Breach is slightly nerfed with the ultimate, but he's gonna be okay. So you're gonna see a lot of these agents that we actually probably see them being less viable or just less oppressive. And that's the thing about Fracture. You got 4 orbs, you farm these ultimates, and you get to use them a lot. And that's why they were trying to counteract this. Fracture, of course, being the worst defender. Like 4 orbs, the best you can get is 3. And then you get a map like Fracture. It's pretty easy, you can just juggle your way around the map. And I like the double duelist on the attacking side, honestly, but I want to know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, the double duelist on both sides. It's really interesting to see both Silly Little Guys and Guardian running more of the similar compositions here. It is going to look like a mirror comp here, but I mean, double duelist, we've seen it before on Fracture. It has worked pretty well, especially in some areas of the tier 1 scene. We have seen some forms of double duelist, but Fracture, like you said, it's very easy to farm up those orbs and get those ults on started. But I am really intrigued to see if Silly Little Guys, like before, could repeat the success that they had in the previous grand final, where they started off slow but started climbing their way up throughout the series.
Well, that's what we've seen last week. Fracture, I feel like it's a different beast altogether. You want to make sure that you get that first move. Once you establish your rhythm, you get your play around these orbs, you get control around the part of the maps that you want, then you can start playing the tug of war. And that's something that we might have to say because, you know what, we've seen them play before. But this time, Fracture, pretty different map. But the grand final is about to kick off.
Yeah, and now we just want to see more slow aggression happening here from Silly Little Guys. And look at the dish. Sort of aggression here does get punished by Dust, the previous duelist we've seen that is able to get the frags really fast here. And Dust is going to dash on in here, trying to find any more frags here. Does find another. Really good timing here, as now the attackers are going on the side here. Killed by Bonnie. Should get him the 4, but yet going a 3 as Kenny K is able to take down another. They're able to get the plant down, but in a 3v3 here.
Slowing things down. Kenny's pretty low, but still have the flash and still have the aftershock. Will not get to use them. Germsy will get that kill first. Now it's a 2-1-3. They know where they're coming from. It cannot be from main. Germsy is gonna take that position and try to play postman from there. Pretty tough crossfire to break, especially with the Killjoy. Not a lot of stick and power. Not a lot of ways to actually get him out of there. Dust is gonna find another headshot, and that's gonna be a 4th from Dust. An accident start to the pistol, and City Little Guys picking up right where they left off last week.
Yeah, Dust is really looking, I mean, aggressive and excellent in really good prime form. I mean, Dust, he started off slow in the last series we saw him, but now he's starting off right fast, getting 4 kills on the pistol here, sticking with the Sheriff. And now, I mean, we're going to be able to see Silly Little Guys on the buy here with really Guardian going to be on a save with 2 shorties. And I mean, they're just going to try to play the defense well, but we want to be able to see if Silly Little Guys can start to continue this momentum.
Yeah, here's the thing. We're looking at City Little Guys. They have 2 pistols, so they better as well land these shots on the Spectres and the Bulldogs. It's a good read there from the side of Guardians, but the problem is the firepower is not there. The shorty has been absolutely weakened, but somehow Kenny just sneaks in. Kenny's looking for a 3rd and will find a Stellar. as well will find a kill, and well, here it comes back to haunt them. Dust had a rifle, could have been doable, but without it, he will be meat on this other slaughter, and that's a quick response there. And that's the second round not converted. That's a big stumble for the side of Citadel, guys.
Yeah, silly little guys. I mean, a little more of a stumble, and really Guardian was able to run away with that round there. Really good job by them, and we've seen much more versatility and much more really compassionate for thrifties here, as we did see that a lot on Split, and we're seeing it more transition onto Fracture here. Now that they're going to have better weaponry than silly little guys, I'm intrigued to see if Guardian, we could start to see more of what we saw on Split onto Fracture.
Here.
Well, I mean, that's the important thing. It's a very different map, and you need to play it differently. It was a good attempt at first, but they didn't clear tower properly. This time around, though. Tried and true. They have the blaze, but they need to find a shot. No way, he's gonna find one on Drimsy. That's your initiator. Now you need to find something. One last dagger, but it will not be enough. So he's gonna get that kill. And he will buy the dust there. Off dust, ironically. And now they're trying to find their way back. Finding a good angle, Bonnie. Opening things up. But there's still the player in tower. Stellar was a very big problem last time around. Continues to be a nuisance. It's a great timing, but Dox is gonna find that big shot. Now the side is open for business. A retake will ensue.
One enemy remaining.
Wow, an excellent job there. Look at the frags. Now only one attack remaining. Silly little guys. I mean, it's Dox with the Guardian. Trying to guard himself from these players. He's trying to get this plant down, and oh, it's looking really rough. I mean, they're all surrounding him. He's going to try to get the first peek, but look at the stun, the timing, and Kenny K is able to get that kill there, making it 2-1, and right here, Guardian just finding their momentum, finding their groove, and are looking forward to start continuing it here in this series.
Yeah, and again, it's been the same theme in their two losses. They start off pretty well. They stumble somewhere in the middle. They try to recover, but it's a little bit too late. And that's what happened. He committed too hard, especially after losing the breach. You cannot lose the breach in that situation if you want Dust to go in with the blades. That's what happened, but hey. Now, finally, they're going to have a buy. It's not going to be a full set of util, but they're trying to speed things up massively. And they have done so. But the problem is, look at the opposite side. It's actually Uzi to find a kill there, but he's alerted the team that there's still a second player by Dish. The expected player by Spawn, the spray down is going to be there, but Bond is going to find that kill. And that's an important one right there. The op is still in play, but Noe will be caught off. No, he will actually get that kill. And they're still aggressing on the op. They don't want the op to have a comfortable time. But that means that they're going to be a bit weaker on the side itself.
Yeah, a bit weaker indeed, and Bonnie able to find a really good frag there on the flanker. Now all they need to do is try to hold side here. Bonnie does have a nade ready. He's going to shoot it. Dox does get a kill, and that's going to push the other defender over past Dish, but looks like he's looking for more. Bonnie's trying to get him with the right click, trying to find the timing here, but looks like they're not going to deal with him and instead save their weapons, as looks like the attackers should be running away with this round, and Guardian Esports, I mean, Suyu just going to be able to save that rifle. 22 health here. Looked like a really interesting round there, and silly little guys were able to run away with that round there, but Suyu, really interested to see if Guardian could maybe trying to find their way back here in this map.
I mean, Guardian did try to find something, and that was exactly that play up on the Dish side, but it was just a little bit too late. Uzi still managed to get a kill, and he managed to pull them out so far away from the site that the rotations weren't there in time, and then the player in spawn, if I'm not mistaken, that was Kenny. They didn't really get that much done for this side here, so again, a different attempt there from the defensive side. This time around, sticking to main and stairs, but that's Dust with the op. Finding that first kill, not expecting the sniper, and that's going to be a big problem, especially the fact that they have Bonnie with the second rifle, so they still have the entry while having that sniping power.
Yeah, that's more of what we want to see so far. Just look at Punchmade Uzi just making his way up, trying to find a timing here. Up any tiny.
Oh.
Pushes past Dust. Oh wow, a timing there, and Dust is able to find that frag, starting to push more into the side here. It's looking more like a 3v5 retake here. He's starting to plant those swarms, ready for the post plant. But the question is, if they're able to get this plant down, and they're trying to maybe trying to push past it. The plant does go down, but the kills on the attack are pushing those defenders back. As Uzi trying to push forward, trying to get this last kill, and it goes in the way of Bonnie's. Now it's a flawless round for silly little guys.
And that's much more like it. It's probably just started off with Guardians not expecting that op to come out of dust. Managing to sneak a kill there. A bit disrespectful, honestly, from the sides of Guardian, especially in a way there. Shoulder peeking and not respecting the fact that there could be somebody holding that angle. Now forced onto a weaker buy, but they're still at least investing slightly into it. There's a Stinger and there's a Judge. And we've seen how menacing the Judge can be in these situations.
Yeah, the Judge can be really powerful, especially with teams. More teams using it now frequently. Try to get more of an edge. And now Bonnie coming in with that ultimate. Let's see if he can do it. The Brim ultimate is going to block him, but he's going to try to go through that other side. The Brim ulti does get a kill here. Bonnie going to sneak past CT. Does get a kill too. Indeed. And now Bonnie trying to run away with this. I mean, this guy's a madman, but he's getting shut down. Gimme. He's able to run away with 2 there. The kill through the smoke. And now only 1 defender left remaining here with the Blade Storm in a 1v3.
And if you're Noe, you still want to do something. You've already invested with the Blaze Storm. Still have some abilities, but shut down through the smoke. Expected, telegraphed, and they just send their stamp on it. 4 rounds right here for the side of City Little Guys, and here comes the timeout. Honestly, slightly expected. You have 4 ultimates, and you haven't been able to haul the aggression of City Little Guys. So, Apcool, if you're the coach, if you're Gibby, who just called the timeout, for example, who's probably the IGL, what do you say and how do you prepare to counter the aggression of City Little Guys?
Well, I think it really just comes down to, I mean, silly little guys coming off with some really good aggression, able to go onto the sites, find those first bloods there, and I think Guardian should prepare more for those post-plant scenarios. I mean, like you said, they've had trouble dealing with the aggression with the first kills, so let them in onto the side and play for the post-plant and hope that you could use 4 ultimates or the ultimates that you have, the utility that you have to your advantage there. And I mean, that could be a possible solution for what Guardian could do to try to sell this aggression and get back into this series.
And that's the thing, is that we've talked about the aggression of one of these 2 sides a lot. But on defense, especially in Fracture, as you can tell, like by the layout of the map, there are 4 avenues that you have to hold. You need to aggress in one of them. You need to take some control. So when you give away some control on the opposing end, you're not really losing on all fronts. And this is what we're seeing this time around. We're seeing 2 players by Dish. They're playing pretty like chill on B. You have that Jet trying to hold a good angle. But you look at the opposing end, the little guys are prepared, and Dox and Bonnie are gonna get their frags. They're expecting a trade. Gibby now holding the angle, but that's the perfect fault line. And that's the good night. Kenny's gonna get the consolation, but it will be just that. No, Dust misses that one, and suddenly there might be some life left in this round.
Life left in this round is what we want, as Stellar's able to get a kill here. Trying to shut down that life indeed. A silly little guys, only 2 members remaining. Shooting the aftershock, trying to back off Stellar here as they're looking to get that plant down. Uzi, sneaking pass. One going through Dish and trying to go through main. Uzi just making his way past it. And really, I mean, both attackers are not looking to really plant the bomb yet. There is 50 seconds on the clock, so Volt, they could try to make a rotate towards B site here.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool as you like it there from City Little Guys. But Kenny is already aware. Look at the movement, though, from the rest of the team. Kenny's holding that place. Yeah. Holding Dish, waiting for that rotation. Meanwhile, Stellar is waiting for the B plant. And here comes the timing. It will all come down to this. Kenny still have his full set of util. He can run them down if he so pleases. Or he can wait for his teammates. He's gonna hear the plant. And here comes one of these lockdowns. The problem is, it's a 10-second countdown. You need to go for it. You spotted one of these players in main, trying to find that kill, looking for the next. He is stunned, but he still manages to get the kill, and so does Germsy. And somehow, they just fall apart, and, well, guys, better nerf reach.
Well, that was unfortunate. Well, as you said, I mean, silly little guys able to run away, you know, their silly little way into that round and getting 5-2. Really intriguing so far, and they do have 2 ultimates, 3 ultimates on the side of Guardian here, but around that Guardian could have easily won, just led in the wrong hands so far. And now, as you see it, Dust is going to have that operator. I mean, silly little guys are going to be on the buy here. Guardian's going to be on the eco, and just not looking good for Guardian so far.
Should have had that last round in the bag. Now that they don't, they're banking on some of these kills. It's a triple peek. Gibby's gonna spot them. But the problem is, can they actually hold them in due time? Dust is gonna jump right in. Gibby's gonna take a lot of damage. He's gonna burn them, and Zuyu's gonna find one as well. For the second time, they try to burst through the smoke, and they getting flamed by their own aggression. Now they're starting to slow things down, but the problem is, it's again a little bit too late. And it's just that tendency. They try to go for the sun, and just like Icarus, if you get too close, you'll be burned. It's all down to Lox. He's still pretty healthy, but on a 1v4, it's a bit of a tall order.
Yeah, tall order indeed, and he's gonna get that ult orb there. Trying to make a rotate, if he can, on over to B side here. But Doc's just 82 health, 14 shield, in a really rough spot. One already on the other side of rope, just waiting for him patiently. And that's it. Yeah, thrifty round. Kenny K able to get that there and making it 3-5. Guardian now finding their way back into the series, like we were saying previously. And Guardian does have 3 ultimates here. Does have good weaponry, and it's the same for silly little guys who have 2 ultimates indeed. But I'm really intrigued to see that Guardian could start to find their way back into the series.
And for Guardian, they need that win. They need to start whittle down the economy of the side of silly little guys. Because sure, we've seen them lose the second round and the third as well. But from that, they build their economy. Does still have almost 4,000 credits, despite buying it off in this round. So it's gonna be pretty hard to break it down just now. You need to win and need to be consistent, but the problem is, you walk in, but somehow they get that one. Uzi really not adjusting in time. It's a great shot from Zuyu. The same can be said on the opposite side of the map. The B side there has the op no way, trying to hold it, and no way they get through though. They have the smoke off. The tower is open. They might try to sneak themselves through. They have to fall back for now. So they've wasted almost 40 seconds, gained a little bit of space. And they're gonna get a kill because Noe just runs right through.
He runs right through everything, as Dust has just done a fantastic job of getting these openings. And look at it, the timing. He's unable to land the op shot, but he's trying to make his way maybe into heaven. The stun is there now. Pre-set plan is there, but it's a 2v4 now. Numbers are in the way of Guardian. Dust has to make a difference here. He's sending the smoke. Already has started with one. Can he start with the second? He can't. It's all down to one attacker here, and he does get one, but he's unable to get that second as the trade comes in through, making it 4-5 here in Volt. I mean, Guardian did a good job at shutting that down, and now they're 1 round away from tying it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Slowed it down where they had to. They got the kill on the A side, and that was important because if they lost that duel, and honestly, like, if we had a replay of that, I feel like Uzi probably just zoned out for a second there. And that allowed Zoo to get that kill. Then that stopped any ability of them rotating back to the A side. They had to commit to B. And they were halted there. That was the strongest stack from the defensive side here. And Guardian trying to guard A main. But it's going to be a bit problematic. The op will get away with that tailwind and will get Dust out with it. Another first death. And again, they've been halted down. This time around, Bonnie's gonna find one. That's gonna be an orbital strike. Here comes the rest of the util. Noi's not in a good position, but they have the smokes, but Dox is gonna find them both. And Uzi's gonna fight one more. It's all down to Gibby. A 1v3 now with that kill. Stopping the bomb from being planted, but just pushed straight into the fire.
Push straight into the fire is what's been happening to Guardian as that round went down, as silly little guys do take the lead here. And they do have one ultimate in the hands of Bonnie there, but just Guardian, their ultimate's not really working in the favor. And I mean, you look at silly little guys here, They're trying to make it 8-4, and going into this next round, you're going to see an operator on both sides, in the hands of Dust and in the hands of Bonnie as well. So I'm really intrigued to see how that fight is going to happen here, but want to see silly little guys try to get more aggressive throughout the map and really find the openings that they need.
And for me, they just need to find a way to still get the lead after getting the man advantage, because they've done that before.
There.
They've gotten the first kill. This time around it's Bonnie to find that kill onto Kenny. Zoo's gonna try to find a kill there with a showstopper, but it's gonna whiff on everyone. And this is their cue. They can fall back if they want to. They can proceed if they want to, and Dust will proceed. Bonnie is gonna use that as cover to log in on Setter. And it's just a swarm. The op is only able to find one Noe. Switching to the classic, but only to be gunned down by Jersey. 7th for the side of Citadel, guys. And honestly, it looked a little shaky, but they're still gonna secure that victory regardless of the first half.
Yeah, the way Dust and Bonnie, I mean, their chemistry, the way they're able to intertwine and get the kills, each of them, I mean, they're just an excellent duo. Same thing goes to the other side, and it was excellent how Noe's able to take down both, but just unfortunate, unable to get down with the round here, and now 7-4 at the last round before the half. I mean, silly little guys can continue the way, or Guardian can start to make some noise back.
Well, not the best tools really to make any kind of noises. 2 Stingers, Spectre with light armor, not a lot of ultimates, but none present for the attacking side, so they need to rely on these skills. At least the stun is going to be good. They're going to push Noi back into the embrace of Dust, and for the second time is that play, that bait and switch. You give Dust the space to find a shot with the op, but this time around Kenny's gonna be able to find a trade, but it's a little bit too late. Jeremsy's gonna find that kill. They have the sight. They're gonna plant the spike. It's a 3v4. You have a lockdown, and luckily, or now unluckily, Ducks have the orbital strike to trade that out.
Yeah, and that's
One
what you
enemy
need indeed.
remaining.
As Suyu's able to get a kill. Dox comes back with the trade, and now Stellar all alone, nothing much to do. And now 8-4. Silly little guys making their march, their name known, and now making it 8-4 as they're shifting over towards this defender side. But my question for you, Volt, is will this really success be transitioning well into the defender side, or will we see Guardian start to climb back with the same double duelist comp?
Honestly, just from a fundamental level, I'm expecting to see a slightly better style of defense from the side of Citadel guys. Because, again, I don't think that they're macroing the game as well as Guardian has been doing. But it's just the fact that their fundamentals are so sound. They know how to play the bait and switch. They know when to collect the heat and when to let it off to the rest of the team. And that's going to be very important on Fracture defense. You need to have some sort of heat generated. You need to find some space. They've conceded all of it onto the B side. The A side is theirs, and now it's time to recuperate. It's gonna be a 5-on-5 spike retake. Just look at the rest of the team there on the defensive side. They don't really want to find any of the kills. Uzi's just waiting there in the corner. It's gonna be a 5-on-5. Some utility wasted from the attack. And on a pistol round, that's gonna be very important. Seller's gonna find the first kill after the spike has been initiated. Dust is only to trade, but Zoo is gonna find that one as well. Advantage to the attacking side. And this time around, from the side of Citadel guys, they're trying to find a Citadel. The flank is gonna find 2. Noi is gonna find a trade. They're still trying to recoup their numbers. Zoo's gonna find a big kill, and Noi will find that one as well. A big pistol win, and they are on their first step of the journey to trying to equalize against the little guys here.
Yeah, that's really great for Guardian there. They're able to find the pistol. Now starting to climb their way back, and like you said, on a fundamental low, I mean, silly little guys are really impressive. But I mean, if Guardian can start to find their way back on the attacker side, it could be only a matter of time. We could start to see them start to crawl back here. But now they're on the buy. Silly little guys are on the eco, and we need to see if really Guardian can be able to continue this aggression.
Well, they have. They certainly have. Zoo there. Gonna find 2. But there was a kill on Noi. So at least not really that empty-handed from Dust and Germsey. Trying to find an angle there towards that heaven. As they sneak their way through. They're trying to push now. made their presence loud and clear. The Guardian might not be able to deal with multiple people at once, and they'll be swarmed. Bonnie's gonna find another one with the paint shells. Suddenly they might actually get access to guns. They might get access to a chance back into this one. They're starting to sustain heavy damages. Bonnie with another paint shell. They need to find their way. Zuyu making sure that nobody's gonna come from here, but that's gonna be a double man peek. Bonnie's gonna find a third. Needs to find one more. Zuyu with the Vandal, but not the vista situations and health. Time in his favor. 9 points of health there, Uzi, and he will get one. He will get some damage. It's very tight on the timing. Zuyu's gonna be able to duck away. It's gonna be the paint shells to try to dissuade them, but it's a little bit too far because it will get the ace. It was 4 from Bonnie, but Zuyu will get the save for their team.
Zuyu is able to run away with that ace there. Really excellent job, just like you said, Volt. I mean, Zuyu did an excellent job. Now, he's only one ult orb away from getting that ultimate, being able to use that ultimate to his advantage there. But now, I mean, we're going on to Guardian's bonus here, and still little guys could have the advantage in weaponry here, but Guardian has looked so far the best on attack here. Will that continue into this next round, though? That is the true question here.
Oh, it was a pretty expensive round, honestly. If you remember Guardian, you can tell it's only Zuyu with a rear rifle. Everybody else is just playing on a budget. Getting a spike plant, honestly, in that situation would be a win in and of itself, and they're probably gonna get that. I like Noise positioning. It's trying to catch him off guard, but Uzi will be able to recover. Find the kill. Heavy damage sustained, but spike is planted. It's a pretty okay situation there. Zuyu trying to sneak through. That's gonna be one. Stetter's gonna find that kill. That means that Zuyu now is known, and it's a very dangerous position to be in, especially with an 8, especially with the boom bot. Zuyu's not gonna be able to even find a first. Dox will do that. Germsy trying to sneak. Stetter's gonna get one kill. Will they be alerted to the player in main? Looks like it will be the case, but will they be able to adjust? Stetter now stunned inside of the smoke, trying to find some cover, but it's a little bit too late. Germsy and Bonnie will combine, and they will get the round. But I feel like the mission has been accomplished. It's a pretty good round for Guardian, considering how weak their economy was at the start of it.
Yeah, really considering it. And now at 9-6, I mean, still little guys, they've done a great job, but at the same time, I mean, we really want to see what Guardian has in store. Or unless the little guys can just really run away with this series here. I mean, they do have 2 ultimates, both in the hands of their duelists here. And on the other side, you do have the Razor, but that lockdown will be really lethal, especially on the post-plant scenario. So it's not over yet for Guardian. The silly little guys in the economy, not doing the best, but they can make the most out of it here, seeing what they're able to do in this next round.
Ooh, but look at that play. Look at that play on the opposite side there on Arcade. Bonnie and Dust, we're talking about the playmaking potential. And they will utilize these ultimates. The Blades and the Showstopper will get 3 combined, and suddenly
Player standing.
struggled to find anything from the opposing side there. Guardian confused and dazed. And it's a less than Stetter day for the attacking side. And Stetter will find something, but it's just a consolation there. A sole kill for the double-digit round for the side of Citadel, guys.
Yeah, not much there, but 2 ultimates in the hand of Guardian here. Now, I'm really intrigued to see how they're going to be able to do this here, Volt, as, you know, they are on a save round going into it. But now, a 10th round for silly little guys. They're able to get aggressive at the right moments, getting aggressive through Arcade, and like you said, doing a really good job on that defensive side, able to do things that Guardian didn't. And now, it's working out in their favor, starting to march their way towards that MAC victory.
That's the 1-2 punch that, honestly, they weren't ready for on the side of Guardian. Their attack was being attacked themselves. And now, their economy is suspect. One of them will be spotted. They know it's a play towards that tower. The player in with the Bucky will have good job at close quarters. Noise gonna find one. They know where Germsy is. They're trying to overwhelm them. Kenny's there. Stetter, they're giving them something of their own medicine, but Germsy is gonna be able to find a kill. It's gonna be a spike plant. Man advantage with only one man. Zoo's gonna turn around and get dust. That's a very big kill. Uzi in a situation. Money, probably not an issue. He might give this one to go. 1v4 though. Needs to find at least one of these kills before it's kind of believable. 2 away from the ultimate. Good damage onto Gibby, but still not materializing into a frag. Nothing material in the round so far. Will get one, but the instant trade from Noi, and that's a good response from Guardian. This time around, turning up an ante a notch and making sure that they keep the defensive side in check.
Yeah, I mean, does a great job, and Guardian able to do a great job on that post plant. Now with 4 ultimates, I mean, really, they could start to find their way back in this game. That's what the true goal is for them here, but still, little guys still have that lockdown. Could be used in a post plant scenario to retake if they wanted to. The still, little guys have to end it now, or else it could get dangerous.
I mean, they're just giving Gibby the orbital strike as well. That's 4 players there by that position. But look at how aggressive Dust is. That's going to be a very long sideline. And Noi doesn't hear the updraft.
You
It's a
should
very strong position from Dust. Locking down, and look at that. From downtown getting that kill. And Dogs is already raining down their throat. Bonnie on the opposite side, aggressive from Arcade, all the way down the dish, and that's the ultimate Zeus, but actually not getting space away from it. Zeus gonna get Dogs, that's an important kill, but you need to get Dust as well. That's gonna be the Romba to find that one, Zeus finding a second. Some space afforded, but look at the rotation. They're trying to find a kill. Do you know where Uzi is? But Uzi might be ready. He will be popping heads with a pop-in swing, and that's 3 in total. Uzi saving the round for their team.
Uzi coming away with that 3K. I mean, you talk about it. Really, just excellent clutch play. That's what you need to do in a pressure scenario. Is really just get those final 3 kills, being able to clutch up. That's what he's able to do mechanically. And now he has his ultimate, and they're going to have a breach ultimate on the side of silly little guys here. But still, Guardian with those 4 ultimates in hand, don't be surprised if they're able to pull off a comeback, because they sure can do going into this next round here.
Yeah, well, this is silly little guy's game to lose now. 2 ultimates out of the 5 has been used from the side of Guardian. They've used one more here. That's the showstopper. Fuse will run short. Not even used. Not fishing for a kill. A little bit too late. They will get their spike plant, but it will be a 5-on-5 retake. Lockdown and Rolling Thunder, both available for Uzi and Germsy respectively. Just biding their time, but the problem is time is the enemy for now. Here comes the util aftershock as well. They've delayed them for a fair bit, and orbital strike will actually get the lockdown out of commission. Trying to find these kills, but it will be Dox to find the first Dust. Walking in. They're trying to hold that line. Players in main, it's a 4v4. Trying to lock things down, but look at the defense. Aggressive. Noi and Gibby though. They'll lock it down. Noi has been manning this one up. And will step up when they need it the most. Who's gonna find that final kill? It's an ace for Guardian. A round that is a must win, and they play the post plant pretty well.
Yeah, they play the post plant really well indeed, like you said there, Volt, and really now 2 ultimates on the side of Guardian here. They're gonna try to make the most of it. Now going to the other side, so little guys just on an eco here. They are up 11-8, so if they do lose this round, it's still not a huge deal. I mean, they're only down by 2 here, but again, like I said earlier, Guardian could start to make that comeback, that leap on over here, and maybe take it to a map victory if they can.
Well, Dust last time around had the op, had the chance to aggress this time around without the op, with a weaker weaponry. Will actually elect to go to dish, will aggress pretty far. But that means it's a lot of information given to the side of Citadel guys. Not too many really for Guardian, because again, they're tunneling all 5 to main. They might get the site, but that means that the opposing teams knows what's happening. But the problem is, doesn't really matter if you know. The answer is probably not. Sheriffs, a Guardian, and a Stinger. Would it be enough? That's the question, because the spike is planted and it's another 5-on-5 retake.
Yeah, and now going into it, a 5v5. Jimsy trying to make all the difference here, even with the low weaponry. They can still do a lot. 2 ultimates are on the side of Guardian, though. They do have a breach ultimate, which could make a really big difference if they're trying to get on the site. Bonnie trying to eliminate the factor. He's going on to it. Trying to eliminate the ult. And look at the kills on this attacker side here. Still little guys not having a good time. And a flawless round goes their way as Guardian able to run away with it. Flawless round is what they needed. And now making it 9-11 here, Volt. I mean, this is a really good job for them so far.
Within touching distance for both teams, and this is the worrying part. As he said, it's pretty well played to get these two in a row for the side of Guardian. But you can't let up. You let up and you make one mistake, like the one that we've seen, thus getting the outdraft, getting that kill onto the A main site. Suddenly a smash point for the other team. You need to get through, and you need to strangle their neck. The economy of both teams is like very different. You look at the one side, and see the little guys, they will be reset if they lose this one. It's a big round there. A lot at stake for them. They're trying to hold main, but it might be too quick for them to handle. Bonnie there with the Vandal. Will not find it. Zoo's gonna find that first blood. Now it's on to Dust to hold down the site. Will spot one of these players. Zoo has been taken care of. Look at Germsy. Ready with the Thunder. But the problem is, look at it where everybody else is. Stellar has actually gained a lot of distance, gained a lot of ground, but the problem is, you look at Uzi. He's got a good sight line. Now the players got Generator, and just as quickly as they've rotated, they're gonna go back. They've got Dust trying to backstab them, and they've turned it around on them. That's a great bait and switch. They're gonna get the A site.
Careful there.
Unless...
One enemy remaining.
Oh, never mind. Uzi's gonna lose that duel. Kenny's gonna win his as well. And it's double digits for Guardian. Guardian now have reset the economy of City Little guys, and this game from here is anybody's guess.
Yeah, now 10-11. Like you said, I mean, you see it already. Timeout by Silly Little guys here. A lot of momentum. 3 rounds in a row, really, for Guardian here. And they still have those 2 ultimates that they can use. Silly Little guys just got 2 ultimates here, both with their duelist equipped. And really going into this Volt, I mean, what do you think Silly Little guys can do on this defender side that could maybe turn up the volume for them or get them a chance at getting this map?
Well, for Silly Little guys, when what they did right and when they worked, like for example the round that we have Bonnie and Dust use the Showstopper and the Blaze Storm, they had the ghost line, they had the killer instinct to go for a kill. The last eco, we've seen them wait and wait and wait, and that's just playing into the game of Guardian. Guardian want to tunnel in as 5, so you need to make the move. You need to be proactive, especially on an eco round. If they're not splitting, then you need to make them with numbers, and that is something that we haven't actually really seen so far from City Little guys. They played the map in a very default fashion, and their adaptation hasn't been quick enough. But I'm actually still worried though, because if you take that bait and you split up, just as they're splitting up in a 3-2 fashion right now, even leaving the Killjoy alone, if they had the correct guess from the side of City Little guys, this would have been a very different round. But look at this, they're actually aggressing from both ends. They need to be worried about spawn. That's the knives used though. Dust will be taken care of. The Brimstone is still there. Bonnie's gonna find one. Uzi again. Will it be another Swifty? It looks like it will be. Because these sheriffs, they've done miracles. Instead, he's been getting a lot of these lurk kills, a lot of these backstab kills, but not really in the midst of the action. Will have to do something big right here to win this one. It's a 1v4, but the guns are recovered. You look at everybody else's scoreboard or like their inventories, 3 rifles for the defending side, so it's gonna be a very big ask. But Stetter might have the tools to dissect the situation, especially with 50 seconds left here.
Yeah, with 50 seconds left, only so much you can do. 150 health. Now he's starting to make his way towards arcade here. Trying to do some here, and I mean, he's just walking towards this B side, and where all the players of Silly Little guys are positioned. They're all in the
30
spawn.
seconds left.
So he does have some room to work with here. Has to get control of the spike. That is the main objective here, but Silly Little guys surrounding it. I mean, it's just really hard, Volt, like you said. And Silly Little guys, I mean, the pinch that they're able to do in that round. I mean, considering they were on an eco, it made sense they were able to do that and found so much success.
Yeah, and Stetter now, too little, too late. We'll get one of these frags, but the round is definitely over. There's no way he gets all 3 there. Docs will make sure that he only gets 1. And that's the victory that they wanted. They got the pincer. And again, for the 2nd time in a row, like it's just been very simple to read. Honestly, I know that hindsight is 20/20. But when you're gonna box yourself in 4-1 and you're not gonna be able to aggress down main like you want to, you need to be wary of an proposition of a flank. I feel like they just got caught sleeping at the wheel here for the side of Guardian. Now a timeout for them. And it's time to wake up. There's no more room for errors. It's match point. And the first map could be Citadel, guys.
Yeah, it very well could be. Now as we get on to this 12 to 10, silly little guys having some great momentum here, Volt. And again, it looks like it really just threw Guardian off. I mean, that whole aggression there to that spawn. I mean, they were able to get a really good pinch, and we've seen teams like that in the Tier 1 speed especially try that before, and it has worked out pretty well. And it's working out here for silly little guys in that round specifically, but really, we want to see some adjustments from Guardian here, just in case that does happen, how they're able to deal with it, how they're able to come back, and really just if they're able to take this to overtime here. That is the true question.
Well, that's the big question, and they have the tools to try to make it happen. Blades, Rolling Thunder, and a lockdown. Dox is still 2 away from the orbital strike, so you're pretty safe. Unless you do actually give Dox the orbs and the ultimate points that he needs to get these. So far though, it's a pretty slow round, and this should be expected, but the problem is, you are allowing time. See the little guys now. Look at what they've done. They've gained control of Arcade, and this is the tug of war that you need to play. Now look at Dust. He's absorbing the remainder of the pressure. Moving back into the A side, just playing it very slow. And they will hear the player by the zipline, and this is your cue to go. Dust has a big mission. He needs to hold it down, because they're gonna run you down, and getting one is probably enough in that spot.
That's what you need, and Dust coming away with the kill. The defenders starting to make some noise early on here, and the attackers are just forced back. So little guys coming away with the domination here. Already up 12 to 10 here, and now it's looking really rough here as Dust already able to run away with another. Bonnie coming away with 2, trying to make it a third, trying to get it to the match point here, and the Satchel's going to push it out, but Dox is able to run away with that kill, making it 13 to 10 here, Volt. And really now map 1 going to silly little guys, and I mean, I'm happy to say they're actually able to get the map 1 and maybe start to find a way to run away with this series.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty close, honestly, and you gotta give it to the side of Guardian. Like, they had a good strat, they had a good way to play the map, but I feel like they had just gaps in their playbook. If you're gonna play like that, you need to make sure that you're wary of a lot of these aggressive plays, both on attack and on defense, and you can tell that it definitely paid in spades. 9 first bloods between Bonnie and Dust. And when you're continuously losing members, especially you look at the total, onto that 9, add another 5, 14 out of the like 23 rounds that we've seen. You were at a man disadvantage at the start, and if you consider that, you know, you probably win like 13 out of these 14, well, that's how they win. They get a lot of these first bloods, they aggress early, and unfortunately for the side of Guardian, they really weren't guarding their backs.
Yeah, definitely not indeed going into it. Still little guys had some excellent duelist play, but now we're going to take a short break here, ladies and gentlemen, as the next map is going to be Haven. So stay tuned. Will silly little guys repeat their victory, or will Guardian climb away and climb back into this series? See you here next time, and me and Volt will be waiting for you in 5 minutes.
Well, here we are once again. You know, it was a pretty brief break. Everybody's ready, buckled in their seat as we are gonna go to the Haven. A very loose map here, Apcool. And between these two teams, we've seen a very fast and loose style from one of them, and the other is trying to be structured, but unfortunately, well, didn't pan out for them that way on the Fracture. Of course, the loose team is City Little guys, and considering the fact that you have Bonnie and Dust playing Lights Out Valorant tonight, they have every right to just run rampant and clean up the server.
Yeah, silly little guys have just done a fantastic job really so far, and I mean, you really talk about it. Now they're coming in here with a double initiator composition, which, as we've seen in the tier 1 scene, has been really meta going into Haven. I mean, we've seen some of the double controllers, some of the Viper Harbor, but today we're going to be seeing a double initiator from both sides, and we see a Killjoy Omen on both sides indeed, but it looks like, again, it's going to be a mirror comp.
Yeah, and honestly, like that's the standard situation. You're gonna see probably both on Haven and Ascent. These two maps, you would say they're kind of figured out. I don't really necessarily agree. Like, I think that there are some variations to try to anti-meta the meta, but the meta is pretty strong. It's pretty good. Killjoy is the face of the Sentinel roles. Breach and Sova, they've been the staples in this map. You get a lot of control, and especially on defense, where you want to control places like lobby and garage, Breach is a godsend because you have a lot of tight choke lines that you've got to walk through, and that fault line is going to cover the entirety of it.
Yeah, really, that's what's going to be able to cover a lot of it, and Sky's a really valuable agent, but we're going to be seeing Breach and Sova today as the aggression already starting on early, the stun, oh, the kills, oh, the defense is just going along with this. Let's look at it. Now only 2 attackers left remaining, and the defenders, the aggression by silly little guys works out Volt in their favor.
Yeah, and that's the trick that you're trying to play. You aggress onto B, you try to overwhelm them with numbers, and defense plays offense. And this is where the little guys really excels when they're taking them by shock and awe. Pretty hard for any other team to play it against them. That are taking a fair bit of chip. Down to 74. Does have the angle, not the shot though. Pretty tough spot to be in, but he gets to adjust. Gibby, again, not having the best of games. It's a team kill by Uzi. Looks like Blood, Fury, and Wrath is all we're seeing in this server. It's all down to the Sova, but Stellar will be shut down. Lox is gonna get that one, and with it will be the second pistol on this series for the side of City Little guys.
Yeah, silly little guys starting off really fast here, just like the last map, but should we be seeing the same result? I mean, we will see. Guardian is going to be on the eco here, and silly little guys is going to have some better weaponry going into this round, but Guardian, I'm interested to see how they're going to be using composition on the attacker side, because as you know, double initiated composition could be really useful on the attacker side of Haven.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Attacking side of Haven with pistols, you can probably try to get away with a few little things like that B-play, but you need to be a bit quicker because you're allowing time for Bonnie to actually adjust. He's gonna find 2 on lobby, and that's game over. The spike is there. Bonnie's taking that angle. The flash isn't actually gonna land. Here's a no-scope. Noise gonna find that kill, but Uzi and Dust to make sure that there will be no more casualties. A clean second round there for City Little guys, and Guardian. Again, especially on attack, I feel like they just don't have that explosiveness that you need on Haven to make sure that the defense doesn't actually have the time to adjust to you.
Yeah, kind of just make sure that those adjustments are made, but a second round for silly little guys, and they're able to get a really good round here. But now as we head on to silly little guys bonus, we should start to see Guardian start to maybe crawl their way back here into this game on the attack.
Yeah, well, they have the rifles now, but the op in the hands of Bonnie could have been a problem. Will not be. These are 2 misses. The cloud burst will fade. There are 2 players. He will get 1. Recovering to make sure that Uzi gets that kill. It's the second miss there. But holding that angle with the shorty could be pretty fatal now, turning their attention for the rest of the A side. But look at the attack. Look at the side of Guardian. They've actually just bailed out. And that's the worrying sign. They haven't committed to their play, and they weren't able to get any of that control without paying a very hefty price for it. Now trying to make their move back. Gibby been having a quiet game 1. Game 2 not looking too good either. No kills just as of yet. Trying to sneak through to the base site. Killjoy sentry is there, probably heard. So they'll need to make a move quick. They're gonna smoke off A-Link and C-Link. They're gonna take down the bot. So might have a chance to plant the spike. The question is, can they handle the post plant?
That is the true question here, as it's looking like a 4v3 retake going on in here. Dust trying to make the difference. He doesn't get the kill. Kenny K able to get the kill there and gets another while being stunned. Much impressive indeed, but now 2 defenders trying to get to that bomb. Only 3 attackers defending it. Bonnie does have an operator planning to make a difference here. Jimsy with that Spectre. Only so much he can do. He gets 1, but he does get traded out. Now making it 1-2 here as Guardian able to run away with that round. And I mean, they're only 1 round away from tying it up.
Yeah, but that was a very big round from Kenny. Look at the rest of the team. Noise only on 1 frag. Zulu and Steller haven't even shown up yet. If it wasn't Kenny getting all 4 of these, 2 of them while being stunned, this would have been round over. It would have been a clear third, and then suddenly, wow, you're actually losing the bonus and it's not looking too good. But you look at that opposite side on the defense. Bonnie invested in the op, has the Blaze Storm, so will not be empty-handed for round number 4. The question is, can they do something with it? It's a pretty clear A play. This time around, much slower from City Little guys, so actually having a chance to execute onto the weaker numbers. So what can they do? Zuyu's gonna walk in, alarm bot will be broken. He will fail the dash, and that means that Uzi's gonna get that kill. That's the Vandal recovered, and suddenly it's very problematic. Uzi's gonna find 3 or 4 going down. And that means the Dust will be able to trade it out. And in the one place that you were supposed to find a victory, they just fell through. It was a pretty good play from Uzi there. Now, so 1-on-3. 55 seconds left on the clock. But Noi hasn't been having the best of games and not in a position to make a play for the spike.
Yeah, trying to make a play at the right time. That's really what he's trying to do here. Noe with the Vandal here, trying to sneak up, find any room he could work with. It's really impossible. Look at the set that they have. The double swing is going to take him out. Bonnie just get him with the knives. And 3-1. So little guys continuing with this really great momentum here. And now 1 ultimate is on the side of Guardian here. It's going to beat the Breach ulti in the same for silly little guys, except it's going to be Solvo ultimate, which could be really excellent for that retake scenario here. But going on into it, Guardian is going to be on an eco going into this next round, so they're not going to have the advantage in weaponry. But as you said, Vault, on attack, they still have a chance to maybe win this round.
Yeah, you know, fundamentally they definitely do, but they need to switch up their playstyle. Not convinced whatsoever by what Guardian has been providing so far in the first few rounds. A bit lazy, not really respecting the defense, and not actually taking them in the correct fashion. That's gonna be Gibby sneaking through. But just with pistols, it's not gonna be in a hard round for the side of the defense here of City Little guys to actually hold it down. It's gonna be a good stun. They're gonna dash out of it. Gibby's gonna find their kill. And that means that Bonnie will be able to escape. Recovering 2 of the rifles here are the side of Guardians, trying to find a kill there, Bonnie, but actually pretty low in health. They should be more wary of that position. They don't want to give away the man advantage, and they will slowly fall back. And so are the members of Guardian now, making a play towards C. Dox is there, 1 smoke, a paranoia. Will it be enough? He will catch them on the jump spot now, but that means that they get the space to play the aftershock. Dox pretty healthy, but will actually decide to go all the way back to spawn. Paranoia and Hank could have been caught off, but Kenny not landing the first shot, and that means that Dox will get that kill. Spike is down as well. They're trying to find something. Noi's gonna find 1 with that Marshall, thus getting a kill. 2 players in sight, trying to make a move. Gibby's gonna find a second. Gibby almost finding a third. They lined up, but he's gonna shoot at neither. So 1-on-2. Last time Noi was not successful. This time luck might be on his side, but time definitely isn't apple.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, it really isn't on their side. Now Noe trying to make a timing here, and he does. The clutch for Noe. I mean, this guy does find the timing there, making it 2-3 and getting 1 round away from tying it up for Guardian. That's what they needed indeed. 3 ultimates available for them, and now the momentum could start to find their way as really they have 4 Vandals and maybe a 5th, as Kenny K should be able to buy that now. But on the other side, the economy is just not looking good for Silly Little Guys.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at this matchup, and honestly, like, it's a good clutch, but again, like, it's either a clutch from Noi, something from Kenny. Gibby's starting to show up on the board, but it's just like over an exchange, somebody's gonna have a stinker of a game. This time around, it's both Zuyu and Stetter trying to make sure that they make a quick play. They're gonna get that kill onto Dust. Of course, the little guys are on that eco. 3 Sheriffs and a Stinger, not finding any of these kills. Great awareness there by Guardian to make sure that they can actually move around and maneuver a flank. Stetter trying to sneak through, get the kill, but 2 players are already moved in. One of them is gonna go back into Stetter. Stetter is gonna find 2, looking for a third. It's gonna be a good shock dart, but he's not gonna be able to track down Uzi. Will gun him down, only to fall once to the window and then 6 feet under to Noi with that bandit.
One step closer to being back in pajamas.
Yeah, a great job indeed. That's what they really needed. And now 3 ultimates on the side of the defenders here. Now, Silly Little Guys, I mean, this is all tied up, and it's going to be rifle versus rifle going into this next round. Whoever wins this round could start to find their way getting with this momentum and starting to climb their way here. As really, Guardian, they have the momentum here, but can it shift towards Silly Little Guys here? Or can Guardian start to continue this domination here on attack?
That's a pretty big question there. Honestly, like, Guardian still trying to make their way back. It's been a good few rounds that they've been able to string together. But it's actually a good read there from Silly Little Guys. They have 3 players on short. It's gonna be a very dangerous peak if they take it. And they will fall back, respecting that presence of the players on the A site. Now it's gonna be a matter of time. And it is Dust on that position, so it's gonna be very risky. Sorry, Bonnie on that position, so it's gonna be very risky if you walk into it. Bonnie now priming their dash, getting that kill onto Kenny, hearing the TP off of Omen. Still trying to make a move, but look at them. They've actually doubled back towards the A side. The Killjoy sentry still on side. Breach have the util. And looks like that they've gotten the read. Dox is gonna ult as well. They know that they are gonna double back. And they've called them. It was supposed to be a fake and switch, but they haven't been baited by it. Dox is gonna try to find a spray down. They will be able to plant the spike. But the problem is, look at the rotations. They're all there. Stetter at least is going to be able to find one of these kills. Now having the Hunter's Fury trying to find a kill, but they haven't been able to get a connection. Germs is going to get that one. Dogs finding the next on Tuesday. It's only Noi and Stetter in that position. Hunter's Fury in response, taking that lockdown out with it and taking the chances. But Stetter is still alive. So 1-on-2. They need to find these kills. They won't peek in, but fighting none of these kills. They're actually lining up slightly, and they will be able to peek back and forth. Uzi's gonna find a kill in the end. Silly Little Guys finally getting their rhythm back into this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. Now Silly Little Guys finding the momentum back, and now they're up 4-3 here. As now, what we previously said is that whoever wins this round is really going to continue this momentum moving forward. One ultimate inside Silly Little Guys here, another inside of Guardians, which is the Blade Storm. So it should be interesting when we see Suyu start to find his way back in the domination pool, because clearly when he has the chance to, or when he has his ultimates on the duelist role, he's done a fantastic job, and maybe he can start his way back for his team as they do need it. Silly Little Guys not going to have the economy advantage exactly, but frags will be coming in, and we will see if Guardian starts to find the momentum back.
Well, Bonnie definitely gave Guardians a lot to play with here. Man down. Daystorm not really utilized. I'm not sure what was that from Bonnie. A little bit too confident there in their aim. And that comes to bite back, especially when the team is ready. Just like Guardians are. They're priming themselves up to play towards Eastside Garage. Is the goal? Dox is pretty close. So they're making their moves towards B, expecting opposition at Garage. trying to get one of these players. There's gonna be utility back and forth, at least swaying them from the B-side entrance for now. Germsy having ideas about using the Rolling Thunder, but not using it just yet. Look at the players on the opposite side here. Guardians, they're taking their numbers and they're going to C, and C is wide open.
Yeah, it's an open site. No defenders are surrounding it. Kenny K, try to prepare the sun,
30
prepare
seconds left.
preset plan, and already the rotations by the defenders are going to go online here. They're going to go on the side, the Paranoia is online. The Breach ultimate, they were clearly prepared to retake this C site, as now the kills are going in the defender's favor. And only 3 attackers left remaining, 2 in main and 1 in garage. Only so much they can do. Uzi has a good angle, gets 1.
10 seconds.
But 1 does go inside Noah here, does able to get find.
Last player
Not find the
standing.
last. Gibby's able to find it, now 1v1. Oh, Jimsy able to run away with the last with 23 health. Barely escapes with his life, but is able to find the round. First silly little guys there.
Yeah, Germsy able to find that kill. It's pretty close, honestly, and that's the worrying part. If you're on the side of City Little Guys, that you're supposed to be having a pretty good time, especially with that good of a read, but they weren't able to close it out as cleanly as they want to. Of course, the mission is accomplished. They're able to get their second round, but only getting one of these rifles with them to continue with it. This is going to be a reset round to whoever wins this. It's an important one to win if you're on the side of Guardians. You need to find that round to make sure that you're still able to contend. Kenny's going to make sure to find that opener. The mission is much easier. 2 players still in the A side, and that's the initiators. They have the information, but this time, Noy not finding that kill, peeking into Dust, who for some reason continues to be on the open, locks with a big kill. Now they don't have the rotate. Uzi's gonna find one, only to be traded by the player coming in from long. Germs is gonna find a kill, but again,
Down A.
Zuyu doing good work there on the Jet. So 1 on 2. Vox have a good position, but the Paranoia will give away his position, and Gibby's ready for it regardless. And it's gonna be Guardians getting themselves back into this matchup, resetting the side of City Little Guys economy. And they're 1 away, and this should be their equalizer.
Yeah, this should be where they're able to get back. This should be where Guardian could plan to tie this up here, but they are going to have a little bit of a wrestle here, as they don't have any ultimates in hand. They could have the Killjoy ultimate coming up, and these little guys right here are going to be in a little bit of an eco, a little bit of a wreck in the economy, but let's see if Guardian can find their way back here.
And that's gonna be the important part, as they're trying to walk in through a hail of bullets. Not the best guns really on the opposite side, though. It's only a classic. Bonnie there with the Sheriff will be able to tap the head of Zuyu. And that's gonna be a shutdown. Bonnie upgrading to a rifle ahead of the util, ahead of the flash. Germsy again backing things up. The Ares is gonna find good work. Bonnie tapping that Noi, and it's another Drifty for the side of City Little Guys, locking it down, getting the read, and Guardian left just wondering what the hell happened in that one.
I mean, Bonnie, let's talk about it. This guy just gets a Sheriff kill, picks up the Vandal, and says, you know what? I'm going to be the madman today and take down the rest of your players. But, you know, Guardian just really struggled there to get onto the site and really just push all the way through. Only 2 players push, and clearly it's what punched them back in the face here, as Silly Little Guys was able to take advantage of it. Now, with 2 ultimates remaining, we're going to be interested to see if Guardian could try to work on what just happened, because clearly Silly Little Guys are having an edge here.
Yeah, well, City Little Guys are having the edge in a very simple department. Picking your guns and shooting people in the head. There is, of course, some strategy behind it. I'm not saying that they're just W keying it, but they just know that they're better mechanically and they're trying to utilize it. You can tell Germsy not scared to take those duels, and he's gonna double up.
Yeah.
A lot of multi-kills coming in from the side of City Little Guys, and look at that position. They're still not scared, but that's gonna be a timing for Stellar to find that kill, hoping to snatch that Vandal, but players already on the opposite side. Thus will straight Zuyu down as they get themselves in short. They will be caught off. Teleport into the smoke, straight down from Dust, not accurate enough, but Blox is gonna get the kill on the opposite side. Nowhere to go from Gibby. It looks like he will actually just go straight into the tribulation of Uzi, but that's a hail from the Odin that you will not be able to endure.
Last round in the half.
Yeah, exactly. And looks like in the chat there has been posture checks regimed, so Volt, let's make sure our posture is good. But as we get on started with that, I mean, 4 ultimates on both sides. So this next round is going to be really chaotic going into it. The last round before the half. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because this is about to get really intense between both squads. And will still little guys make this 8-4, or will Guardian start to find their way back in this series?
Well, if you're a Guardian, it has to be here. You need to get the 5th to make this close. So when you win the pistol, it's gonna be doable. They play ahead of the flash. They play ahead of the ultimate. But Germzy is gonna get 2 despite neither of them being stunned. Maybe the stun is the curse after all. Holding down that A position. They're still in lobby. They're actually still trying to play around it. But look at Dust. Oh my god, he found it, but he switched his weapon! That's a giveaway! And now Stellar actually might have the chance to find one of these. He will find Dogs. Making it a 1v2 is doable if he finds that one, but Germzy locks it down with the ace. All 5 brought down. And Germzy, Uzi says, you know what, that's too much fun. You're going down with him.
Yeah, exactly. If I were in Uzi's shoes, I might do the same thing. Like, hey, calm down, buddy. Let's calm down a bit. But we gotta congratulate his ace, because that was huge for Germzy. I mean, huge for him, huge for his supporters, and huge for the team. My still little guys making it 8-4. Now going on the attack in Volt. This is really dangerous and uncharted territory for Guardian here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Guardian, again, they have a good idea of how to play the map. They're just not able to execute on it. They're not able to cover their gaps. They're not able really to freeform their way like a jazz band or a jazz jam would do, where you'd see people just pushing and pulling, knowing how to read the map. Again, it's a good read, but the question is, will that 3-man stack actually be able to win? Because Von is gonna find a duel, a little bit of too early of a crosshair discipline there, but Gibby's gonna find 2. Dust will actually level up as well. Gibby's in a very dangerous position. That's gonna be a triple, but Germs is gonna get that kill, making it a 1v1. But look at that position of Stetter. He's made the rotation all the way back. It's a minute left on the clock. But Stetter might just have it. I'm pretty sure Germzy have no idea where he is.
Oh no. Oh wow. The timing there. Germzy's able to run away from it. Luckily finds a flanker. If not, it could have been a really unusual timing like you were saying, Volt. But now, to get on started here, 9-4. Germzy really leading the charge here, leading the pack. And now making it 9-4. They're going to be on a bye here, and Guardian will be on an eco with 3 sheriffs and 2 classics. But still, little guys could start to find their way around, like running with this, as you know, this is already 9-4 and on a bye here, unless Guardian has something to write back.
Well, I mean, that's a very big ask, honestly. Guardians are on pistols. We've seen pistols work for City Little Gods, not so much for Guardian. There's Noy there with a classic, trying to steal something, but it's just too much for them to handle here. Again, this round, on paper, is supposed to be a foregone conclusion, so I'm not really surprised by the outcome, but I'm just hoping to find a few of these kills. It's a good start from Kenny. Kenny needs to find more. We'll be able to spray down the second. Dust is going to take Kenny down. Steller is looking for a frag. Suddenly it's actually slightly risky. The Steller not able to find that second onto Bonnie. Bonnie will stay alive, so will Germzy. It's a good round, but slightly costly for Citadel, guys.
Yeah, a little costly, but, you know, we saw Bonnie with the judge, so at this point, he's just having fun. You could tell over there, but now 10-4, going to still little guy's bonus here, as Guardian should be able to have the gun, the weaponry advantage here going into this round, so on paper, they should be able to win this round, but still little guys, individually, have looked so good. We need to see if that's going to work out in this round.
Yeah, well, this time around, guns are present on both sides. It's actually like pretty okay, considering it's a bonus. You do have 2 Vandals, you have a Sheriff. The Judge is just a godsend, especially on a Jet where you can dash back and forth. So Bonnie or Zuya really in that spot, not really in the worst of positions. So let's see what's gonna happen there. Dust taking some control. They've taken out the utility. Zuya there in a tough place to be. Paranoia coming in. Donk's trying to find a kill, but it's not enough. Germs is gonna find a kill, but the spike is down. Bonnie now making their move. And the rotations are a little late. They're actually not falling for the bluff. But the problem is, it's not a bluff. It's a commitment, and they've went all in. 4 players in long, just waiting to get their timing. The spike is on the Sova, and the Sova will be flanked by 2 any second here, Apple.
Yeah, he is stuck there. Now look at those excellent frags on the lurk there. Really nice job, and now 2 defenders left remaining. Well, members of the little guys
30
already
seconds left.
on a site, ready to plan it. And Bonnie just chilling with the judge. Yep, just waiting patiently. And he gets the last 2. Oh my gosh, he just makes it look so easy with that judge at close range. But it is so dominant to do that. Now as we move on to this next round, where 11-4, Guardian, like we said earlier, is in uncharted territory. And they're in a really position right now.
Honestly, this might be a game over. Just at that, like, they need to take that timeout. Because I'm looking at the side of Guardian. You're still far away from your playmaking ultimates. From the shadows, it's a global teleport. It's good and all, but it's not going to help you in a firefight. 2 away from the lockdown, 2 away from the fury, 3 away from the blades. So all of your big ultimates, you're not going to get by trying to control one of these orbs, especially the A1, which is the one that you're quite most likely to actually get on the defensive side if you play for it. So it will not be that case here. So Guardian now, they will probably invest pistol into this one. They don't want to give it away for free, considering it will be serious point for the side of City Little Guys, who are trying to do the repeat here. And they're pretty much almost locked in for it. There is a Guardian, so it's a big invest from Noi. I'm not sure if I like that myself, but considering how well some of these weapons have actually worked for both sides, this might be a dangerous round for the side of City Little Guys if they are complacent against these Guardians and Judges.
Yeah, it could get very complacent indeed, but now going to this next round here, 11-4, so much on the line for Guardian here. Cash prize, trophy, everything. Weekly Whiteout. This is a tournament here where you could see so little guys running away with this on the attack, or see Guardian actually start to make a comeback if they can, but they're going to make a comeback. This is where it starts indeed. This is where you have to make the first move. Now as you see it, Stellar starting to make that first move with the judge as the attacker lockdown just go down. He has to rush on in here, gets 1 kill, unable to get the second, but the attacker lockdown still online here, gonna push those defenders out. 1 coming through the flank here, as now it looks like still little guys are gonna try to get the spawn down.
And they're trying to make their move. They've certainly got themselves in a good position, but the paranoia is a little bit too early. They've traded out some util for it. Kenny's gonna jump right in, but only to go through the Uzi shots. Noy's gonna find 1. Look at these Guardians go! Spike not even planted, and they win the force fight here. Necessary 1 for the side of Guardians. And they're still alive. And if they're still alive, there's still a dream to maybe, just maybe, try to force it to map 3.
Yeah, there is still hope. Like you said, if they can crawl back, they do have 3 ultimates going into this next round here, which should be really intriguing to see. 3 ultimates on the other side with still little guys as well. But I mean, Guardian, if they're going to come back, they're going to need everything. The big toll, the mental has to be there for them here, and it has to be there in this round.
We're talking about the big things, but honestly, I feel like they just need to play more as a team, needing to be more cohesive in the way that they approach the map. Again, it's a 5-player tunnel from short. The side is wide open. It's a big investment from the side of City Little Guys. If I'm them, if I'm not winning this round, I'm probably attempting to save. Because if you save 2 or 3 of these rifles, the outcome is massively different, and the outlook for the entirety of the half is going to be much better for them.
Off your feet!
Of course, they're still going to try to go for it. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. They realize that nobody's home, and Hunter's Fury is going to come in, trying to clear out a few of these players. Utility is still continuing to chime in. It will be good damage. They will find a chance to walk in, but here comes the other lockdown body. Oh no! He's actually going to miss a lot of them, but Germs is going to save it. Boy is going to find 3! Stunner is going to find a kill, and just like that, despite it looking so good, it will all collapse. It's all down to dust. Realizing nobody's on the spike, he will spot them. 32 on Noi, needing to find that kill first. He will. It's a one-on-one. Low HP on Dust, but it doesn't matter because he's gonna get sit there. That's gonna be the round. Match and series point. And what a retake that was.
Yeah, the pressure is on for both teams right now, and silly little guys seem to be handling it well, specifically Dust. I mean, this guy coming away with that clutch there. And now 12-5 here, ladies and gentlemen, as now we are at match point, and anything could go anybody's way. This is where the pressure is on to silly little guys to keep this lead and take it to 13, or for Guardian to possibly make a comeback.
Well, this is their lifetime. They've won one of these forces. They have better guns. 3 Stingers, not really as versatile, not really as fatal with their first bullet. And that kind of fatality we will be seeing from the Vandals. Headshots coming in. Here's the first one, and we might be right in the beginning of the end here. As they make their way for the City Little guys, and they'll find a City Little setter. Just trying to wall the way back to the side, but will not get the chance to do so. Bonnie now holding that angle. Spike will be planted, and last chapter is here as they are trying to send the reprieve. It's a woe for the Guardians because their time might be over. It all has been taken by the City Little guys. They might have a funny little name on their hands, but they're certainly not City players. Look at the player that they have. They're just very aggressive, and they will get the repeat. Uzi's gonna find the last kill, and they will be our back-to-back champions at the Whiteout Weeklies.
Wow. I mean, silly little guys. They make their silly little way again into getting that victory. And Volt, I mean, this is the first time you're seeing them, but I saw silly little guys get the victory last time. It was a 2-1, and now it's a perfect domination 2-0. The first map being a tight one on Fracture, and now a blowout 13-5 on Haven. A really excellent job there, but we got to give it up to the man. I mean, Germsy, this guy, excellent on the breach and was the top fragger and the key player for them winning this second map.
Honestly, for me, it wasn't just Germsy. It was the 1-2. You know, we were talking about the double initiator. Germsy did a lot of the heavy lifting as he was probably the third man in. But then Uzi as well came up with a lot of big impact plays. You know, 2Ks, 3Ks, exactly where you need them. Then you have Bonnie. Like, excellent on these frags. You see 6 first bloods. Again, consistency in winning these first bloods for City Little guys. As it's honestly 10 times easier to win a 5v4 than a 5v5. You get a man advantage, you slow the game down again, and suddenly the other team is 1 man short on the trade, and they don't get to win it. And, well, we're crowning our champions, City Little guys. Definitely having a lot of fun in the server. But, man, they are a menace when they're going at it.
Yeah, silly little guys, here to congratulate them. Unfortunate for Guardian, they really gave it their all here, and you could tell, really congratulations to them. Just, you know, huge enough for Guardians. Just keep on working on your craft. Come back stronger, back to the weekly Whiteout. We can see you back here, maybe being the crown champions here, but it's just unfortunately not today. This is where silly little guys get the back-to-back crowns, and these guys have worked so hard to come this far and get this crown. They did a fantastic job here, Volt. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight. As hope you all enjoyed silly little guys winning the best of 3 series 2-0. You can invite Volt on his socials there on the @ and mine as well down below here. But thank you to our producer, Nick, for doing a fantastic job in the producing back in the scenes. But thank you all today. Have a good night. Spend some time with your friends and families. And overall, have a good Friday.